Hey everybody, it's Aaron with Weekends at the Camper and Life's Not Perfect channels. Um, so we have been in our apartment just about 3 weeks now, going on a month, and we like the apartment. It's real close to work. I literally ride my Grom that we just purchased that you've seen in a previous video to work and back and around, doing some errands and stuff like that. But we decided that we already kind of miss the farm. Our camper has been out in the farm since December, and we lived in it for just about 5 months, a little over 5 months. And we decided that we're going to work at trying to get something built out on the farm. So we're in the planning process of building our own shelves. And what we're looking at is possibly a 60 by 40 shelves with barnuminium, whatever you want to call it. But basically, half of that's going to be the living space, the other half is going to be the shop. So we know that it's not cheap. We know we can get the financing to have basically somebody build it all for us, but we're going to do as much as possible with that place. So we're going to walk through the steps of what we're doing that, how we got started, what we're getting started. I mean, we've looked at possibly moving in modular homes and for the cost, and what we've been figuring for the cost of doing it ourselves versus having someone do it, and yada yada yada. There's a lot of numbers. I don't want to bore you, but yeah, it's it's not cheap, but building as much of it as possible ourselves will actually get it quite a bit cheaper. We know that. So, and I'm pretty handy. I mean, I am a maintenance technician. I have been for going on 20 years. I've picked up a lot of skills, and I've done my own DIY and stuff like that. So I'm more than confident and able to build the living quarters, the wiring, the plumbing, all that stuff. I may need a little bit here and there for expertise in different areas, but for the most part, I can do almost all of it. But on with our story of we need to be able to bring our funds up to be able to continue to build every weekend, because on the weekends we're going to go back to the farm and either work with cattle or work on the shelves or some of all of the above or whatever it is, or even just go out there and relax. And we'll have more videos of that stuff. But in order to get our funds up, and especially with the way inflation is, I mean, a year ago our week's worth of food would have been $60 to $100. This year we just got a week's worth of food. We meal plan, and if you want, we'll show you what we do with meal planning. But we spend over $200, and it was just kind of unreal. It just really opened your eyes. It's like, holy cow, it's out there. It's just, I spent $120 in gas on my hybrid this last weekend. So I mean, the costs are way up, and there's no getting around it. So if we don't want to do anything else all summer long, my job will handle that just fine. If we want to do what we want to do, we're looking at doing some side gigs. So one of the first things that we're going to try, especially since I have that Grom and that thing gets 110 miles to the gallon, I'm looking at putting a food cooler on there or something on there so I can strap it down and run around on that. But tonight we decided to try DoorDash, and I turned the app on, and I'm literally 5 blocks from KFC, Wendy's. I'm right in the middle of the food area. So I thought, what the heck, I'll just turn it on and sit here I let it run for about an hour and nothing. So we decided to get in the car and go over closer to them, and then we got an order. And my first order was for McDonald's. No big deal. But it went to, so we went over, we picked up the order, followed to the address, and I know the town pretty well because it's not a real big town, but followed the order, or followed the address and went there, and come to find out, my first order went to the Gentleman's Club. So yes, my first order from McDonald's from DoorDash went to the local strip club, to one of the employees there. And I brought my wife with me just because I wanted her riding along in the car, and I didn't realize that's where it was going, but I do now know what the address is. And I just thought it was comical that my first DoorDash is to the strip club. And I don't know how lucky or unlucky that is, but I hope I get more DoorDashes, just not to them all the time. But I am more than happy in doing it. I mean, it was only $2.25, and I want to do a few videos on the bike and in the car doing DoorDash. So hopefully you can ride along in some of those videos, or ride along in some of them, and but that is our goal. So we got basically a year to start building our house and get it somewhat livable, basically by May of next year, end of May next year. And I think it's a very easily attainable goal. But we'll keep you posted on the ride and along the way. Keep watching, keep following, subscribing, share. Give us any pointers. We're more than willing to take advice. So thanks for watching, thanks for following, and we'll see you next time.